Everybody, it's Sinvicta. It's time to run here the binding. Just kidding. It is time for everybody's favorite day of the week. It is time for a randomizer run. Thank you all very much for all the support over the weekend. I hope your weekends were awesome. We're just going to hop on into it. No meme of the day today because it's a randomizer day, and we've got ourselves a new spicy one, maybe. I don't know. You probably maybe get a little bit of information from the thumbnail, but we try not to spoil it. So I don't know what's going on with the word randomize, by the way, on the button. I've reported this to Bryn Moore, but this is the version 0.9.6 on the beta. If those of you who've been testing it, thank you very much. And we made a little bit more adjustments to it. We now have multiplayer in the game where you can toggle on the multiplayer challenge for people, so you can do single player or multiplayer, and then these are actually tied into our database, so you can add a user in here, and as long as they have an account, then we can just they will just pop up here. You just search for them. Obviously, we're just doing single player today, so we've also adjusted some of the challenges that were a little bit too difficult and stuff that we're saving for future updates as well. But yeah, let's hop on into it. Let's see what we get here. Oh boy. We have Tainted Azazel to Beast and Heartbreak Hotel. What does that mean? Tainted Azazel's devilish dance of emptiness to the beast. Tainted Azazel, defeat the beast at home on the ascent path. Heartbreak Hotel, as soon as you can, reduce yourself to 0 red heart containers and stay that way. This is, I don't know. This is going to be difficult here because, again, we're trying to make it as much as possible on the first run, the first lap to Beast. With the Tainted Azazel, it may sound easy, but we got to be careful of our range. So Victor November X-Ray 0, X-Ray Victor Romeo Hotel. Now, obviously, with Tainted Azazel, we don't have any red heart containers, so this just limits us. We can never take, we can just never take any red hearts, period. Right now, so okay for me, game. Thank you. It's gonna be like that, huh? Take the peeper here. So Tainted Azazel, of course, has the sneeze, if you want to call it that, which is just a knockback that puts the brimstone curse on things, and it makes Azazel's relatively weak brimstone actually do a decent amount of damage. That's not to say, of course, that he can't get the regular brimstone. In fact, I hope we do, so we don't have to worry about this, but one of the things that's kind of annoying about Tainted Azazel is that he has to sneeze every single time before you fire, and that can get kind of annoying. Man, red candle would be amazing. But unlike regular Azazel, at least his brimstone actually does hit across the entire screen rather than just being relegated to just be super short range and kind of dangerous. But the trade-off there is that we do far less damage with our tiny brimstone than the regular Azazel brimstone. So if there's an HP upgrade, we straight up just cannot take it. That's a red heart container anyway. Now I think that an exception could be made if we end up getting something like 9 lives or something like that. I think that should be permissible because that's just part of the item. It's not an HP upgrade necessarily. I'm not gonna let the game get away with getting our soul heart here. I'm gonna go back and open up this golden chest and make sure it was worth something, anything. And we got a bomb, which is now pointing to the secret room here. And we got money, which is not quite enough for red candle. Growth hormones is great, of course. We need movement speed. We need damage. Range doesn't really matter. But if we're going to go first lap Beast, we've got to get a lot of damage. We got to get a lot of stats in a hurry. We might, if we go down to 5 cents, if this gives us a nickel here, we might be able to get red candle, and we are going to get it. So that's big. I'll take red candle. We've seen how effective red candle is at carrying you in early runs, especially if you're talking about a tainted run. And that's not to say there's a tinted rock right there, but we can't get it. That's not to say that a Tainted Azazel was bad. You could do way worse, that's for sure. Way, way, way worse. No, the crab did not move. I had to alt tab because Brainmore actually sent me a message. It was in response to the word randomize being off there. Apparently it's not off for him, so maybe my Chrome's just being dumb. I don't know. Chrome's always dumb. Browsers are always dumb. So you're seeing here it's really annoying that the sneeze goes off because basically the sneeze has to go off before Brimstone starts firing, starts even charging. So it just adds a delay. It's a slight delay, but it's still a delay to your primary attack, which can be jarring and a bit annoying, and sometimes dangerous depending on how you look at it. Okay, far back here from this champion, we do get a bomb, double bomb. Devil deals may not be in the cards here. Might be able to bomb our way into the secret room. Okay. So we can bomb our way into the shop if possible, or just buy a key, or we can just get 2 keys and not have to spend a bomb. And this will be enough to pay for our item room and our devil deal, or our shop. I mean, we get candy heart, but the problem is that we're never going to have any red hearts, so it's only really good here for reroll fodder, and that is about it. If we end up re-rolling, which right now, I mean, the only item that's kind of a stinker is the peeper, but it's not even that bad. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good item, but it's not a bad item either. Credit where credit's due. We've seen the peeper do a lot of damage in the past. For a strength card, doesn't really help us out. So you see what I mean here. We have to wait for that animation to play, the little wind up that Azazel does with the sneeze before he actually starts charging at the brimstone. So it's just an extra layer of waiting that we have to do here. 7 cents. Why was 7 cents important? Was there something in the shop that my brain is telling me we need to go back and get? I know we had that tinted rock that we couldn't open. The Sinvicta senses are tingling here. Okay, we got 2 keys here. We don't need a bomb for a devil deal. 7 cents for 2 keys is good. We basically got one key half price, and the other one was marked down by 80%. Or marked down by 20%. I guess we can use the reverse strength card for the boss just to kind of debuff him a little bit. But we're going to have to make a very crucial decision here of whether or not we're going to go down to 1 half heart HP for the sake of a devil deal. The devil deal better be very damn worth it. Speedball is great. It's 2 or 3 for spun. I am going to go into the devil deal, and that is... neither one of these are worth it. I'd love to get Guppy, but we just can't go down to a half heart. Yeah, we just can't. I won't risk it. Not on a run like this. And I forgot the Fool card. Of course, immediately we get a Soul Heart here, but I still stand by the decision. It's the right play. If this were just a regular Eden run and we had Brimstone, then obviously I wouldn't have that much of a problem. It's still risky, don't get me wrong, but we would have the luxury of at least having the regular Brimstone and not sort of a weaker version. Remember, Tainted Azazel obviously doesn't fly, so if we had flying, that'd be another reason for me to kind of risk it for the biscuit there. But I guess you see the Brimstone curse is spread. Yeah, there's gonna be a crawl space there. We get Yuck Heart, which is yep. Oh. seeing how little damage we truly deal without the Brimstone Curse. The Burr card could help us out a little bit. Now, of course, there's no rule. It's up to you in terms of if you get Beast, whether or not you want to go to her on first lap or if you want to go to her on third lap. It's up to you. For me personally, I'm going to try my best to go first lap on every Beast run that we get here, but if we get a truly heinous combo, and I mean a really, really extremely we are not going to win combo, I'll take the cop out and just go second lap. Try to get a little bit more, a little bit more stats or something like that for Beast. But my aim is to not do that unless I absolutely have to. Good damage there on Bumbino. And we get an absolutely nothing burger of a floor so far. We've gotten literally nothing off of this floor yet. I'd love to get Binky if we can. Can't believe the secret room's not there. That one's still blowing my mind right now. It's not there, really? These are two very high percentage walls here. Especially this one. That is a shock that the secret room is not there, and it can't be to the right of the curse room either. So my only guess is that maybe it spawned in the elbow of this big room over here, or that other one, and that trumped the spawn location of what should have been where it should have been, which is between that wall. My only guess, though. We're still looking for our item room. D12 is interesting here. This will allow us to at least go and get these keys made. Well, actually, no, it won't. We have no way of getting over there. D12 is interesting. I'm not really using the red candle, and the D12 potentially could give us what we need. This is actually a good room here to use it in. All these spikes will disappear. Well, I mean, they disappeared, but I was hoping they were going to do something a little bit different than that. Do we roll with the D12 over the red candle? This is tough. This is real tough. I think I am going to go with the D12. As crazy as it seems, I think that we have a better shot if we can get some tinted rocks out of this. There's our secret room there. Get one more shot at getting Binky, which is something we absolutely need. Yeah, not a bad D12 room there. There you go. The Brimstone Curse shreds Envy. I just can't believe we got Beast again on another challenge run. Okay, so this is huge for us. If we can get one more bomb, we have 3 soul hearts. That's massive. That's a Devil Deal item that we can take. If we get one, but we're not guaranteed one right now because we didn't take one on the second floor. So if we can just get... It's a good room here. All those spikes turn into stuff, so... Is that barrel going to hit? Oh, it did hit. Let's go. D12. Big time play there with the placement on the barrel. Big time play. That gets us into the bedroom with only 1 bomb. That's what we need, son. That's the kind of hustle we're talking about right here. Beautiful. So we get 3 soul hearts out of that. We also get petrified poop, which is great. It actually goes very, very well with the D12 as well, because the D12 can also summon poop. Not summon, but roll into poop. You know what I mean. Get a golden key and a golden bomb if we can get it. D12, that D12 play right there that was one of the plays of the year, I think. I officially nominate that one for consideration for play of the year. It won't win, but you know, consideration anyway. My dream is one day to get big enough to where I could say, let's nominate this for the play of the year, and then I can hand it off to Alex and we do like a pseudo award show where the Mosh Pit votes on what was considered to be the best play of the year amongst all the nominees and stuff. That's my dream one day. You might as well go in here. It's not going to get us anything, but might as well. Got 2 cents. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, I guess. You know the secret room's here. Looking for magic mush. Careful of the bad gas explosions. Let's go ahead and move you, bomb. I don't trust you standing right over those spikes. Neither you Chest, you need to move too. Okay. Lost Soul Buddy, check him out now. Now Lost Soul Buddy is extremely good for the ascent. Now the real test and real conversation is going to be, will Sinvicta forget about Lost Soul Buddy? Are we going to get a terrible item from the boss and a nothing burger item from the angel deal, and then I'm just going to feel discouraged and then just leave the floor out of disgust? Gonna be Fistula. Fistula is not that bad to go up against with the Brimstone Curse, which will spread. There we go. There we go. We got our Binky back. We got our Binky back. Binky back. Binky back. Binky back. Binky back. Binky back. Oh, man. The Satanic Bible is so strong here. I think we got to do the Satanic Bible. The D12 made one of the best plays that we've seen this year, getting us into that bedroom, which paid for the Satanic Bible. But now we have a way of keeping our HP. Remember, we're not allowed to take red hearts ever on this run as per our handicap. So was there a full charge in the shop? Okay, I didn't forget about Lost Soul Buddy. So that's a big turnaround here. Thank you to the D12 for making this possible. Oh, I gotta bomb my way in there. Can't do it. Now, is Lost Soul Buddy gonna get us back for all those times we let him die? Which would have been his fault, of course, not mine. And just give us nothing but eternal hearts. So obviously, using the Satanic Bible comes with risks because it takes away your boss items for Devil Deal items, which can further complicate things by it, costing you HP. But the theory anyway is that you would get more HP out of using the Satanic Bible on every full charge than lose by taking a Devil Deal from the boss. The big problem that I have with the Satanic Bible is that it replaces the boss item. That's the biggest problem that I have with it. I don't like that. Get the mine, which is going to be great for mapping, obviously. And when there's no longer a guess as to where our secret room is. Or boss room. We're not going in the right way for, but I just wanted to check. I don't care about the super secret room. But you can't get mad at me for that. That's just straight up clown physics. Yeah, that's right there is another good example of why I don't like Tainted Azazel and his setup now with the Brimstone Curse. That because it takes priority, I now can't really time when it goes off. Because the biggest concern for me is to charge up Brimstone. And when I can't do that, and then I need the knockback with the Hemoptysis or whatever it's called, I can't do it. Because it's on cooldown. Because it went off for me while trying to charge Brimstone. And that creates those type of scenarios there where we have no recourse for something that's right next to us. We can't blow them away. Tinted rock and a red chest here. Game is just obsessed with giving us non-soul hearts. Well, it wasn't going to be an item we were going to take anyway, so. And certainly not for costing HP. And just applying the Brimstone Curse over and over and over again. Remember, we got to go to Beast on the next floor. So this is it in terms of floors. Now, I don't know if we have enough power to deal with Beast on a first lap. Here, it's not like we have Sacred Orbs, so we don't have any. We have no way of getting. We have no way of getting just solid items in the boss rush. I don't even think we're gonna make boss rush, to be honest, even with the mine. I see that right there. There's another bedroom here, which is good. See, I wanted to use Hemoptysis to get rid of those flies, and I couldn't because it was on cooldown. For me, simply just wanting to use Brimstone. And that's what caused us to take damage against those flies there, because I didn't have any sort of way to knock them back away from me. Okay. We'll go into the bedroom, but we have to try to make boss rush here. Boss rush is super important because we need as many items as we can, because this is it. This is it in terms of floors, in terms of items. This is it. Unless Lost Soul Buddy clutches up and gives us something amazing. Always on the last hit, dude. I think we might make boss rush. Okay, we made boss rush. It doesn't matter what we take here. Athame is too good not to have. And we get Uncle Holy Water, which I don't... Uncle Holy Water does affect Beast. The fool. So we get Unc Holy Water. And now we have to do a full clear just to get our HP back. What was that, game? What was that? Apparently, if you use the sneeze, that just... Yellow champions can just slide across the entire world to make sure they hit you. Of course, we're getting no combat now, so we're not going to get our HP back from that. That was... The clown physics in this game never cease to amaze me. The game just... It just invents new ways to make sure that you take damage. Drop straw is good, but not here. We need the shop to have the 4.5 volt. Thankfully, it's not a greed fight. I didn't even think about that. There we go. Uncle Holy Water locking it down. Go Athame doing work. So we have one shot at getting the 4.5 volt here out of this last shop. The crab moved real quick. We're still crabbing in RuneScape. Still having a good time. Just beating on the crab. We have one bomb. I'm going to save for these blue fires to maybe get a soul heart. And this is not what we want. Probably should just actually save that for the super secret room. We're going to get to go in there anyway, so let's figure out what's in here. Okay, we got a full rack of hearts. And this is it. We're basically at full build right now. Unless if Lost Soul Buddy really clutches up and stops dying. Could risk going into the curse room for one soul heart. We have the Satanic Bible. It's maybe worth it. It wasn't. Never is. Thank you, curse room. And we don't have a bomb, so we can't even bomb our way out of the out of that. So, or bomb the soul heart out of there. So, yeah, here we go. Curse the blind. I'm just not even gonna mess with it.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
He is going to do that, isn't he? He's going to give us nothing but eternal hearts, isn't he? I don't know how this is missing this thing. Now we can still go into the item room here. We're getting some hellacious rooms here to try to keep Lost Soul Buddy alive. We get Spoonbender. Now that's gonna be huge for us. The Spoonbender is big time big. But we've got to keep Lost Soul Buddy alive, if at all possible. See if we can get a soul heart back here. Didn't, but there's a tarot card. There's a fool card. Reverse fool card. I should be picking this up and not using the EID to identify it. That's a combo there with Assault with Holy Water, the knockback. Yeah, we got our HP somewhat back. should be the next way up here. It is. Lost soul buddy, give us Sacred Heart, and everything's forgiven.
He's self-destructive and disturbed, just like his father. Look at who he has to look up
Hey,
to.
Low Gish does slow. I might as well take him.
Shut up, Mac.
He was essentially free.
Just keep
I can do there.
Leave, good. Leave. We'll be fine without you.
There we go, Athame.
Abandon yourself.
Get the soul of Azazel. Okay, Bob's Curse is great. That's actually a pretty huge upgrade. Remember, bombs beat beast. Bombs beat beasts. Gonna walk out so those shots don't get a chance to kill Lost Soul Buddy. Did a good job in here. It's a very clean room. Unicorn. My little unicorn is not bad, but it's not what we want here.
You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside you cleanse your soul.
Athame cleaning stuff up. We get another soul heart here. It's great.
Hear how you sound.
Pray for your Pray with us.
Got a full charge on the Satanic Bible. The Game Kid. Quality items from Lost Soul Buddy, by the way. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Just do no damage like that. Should have taken that soul heart so it didn't use the full charge, but whatever.
Going. Wait. We need you. Your son needs you.
Again, it's predicated on if you're able to keep him alive. Now, in my defense, remember, I would normally never be going after Beast here on lap 1, especially with these items. I would have easily wanted to do a second lap before even attempting Beast. So we don't have. My point is that we don't have the necessary tools to save Lost Soul Buddy or protect him anyway, because our damage is just not there. Our DPS is not there. That's the only point I'm making about that. We don't need the 3 soul hearts, thankfully. Okay, well, this is it. I don't think Dogma is going to be that much of a problem. I'm worried about Beast. Spoombender was such a huge get for us. Locking in here. Nice slow by Little Gish. I made that adjustment because I keep forgetting that Peep is on our side and not on our side. Gonna charge 6 times here. Unless we kill him before then. Definitely took too much damage there against Dogma. And here we go to old Beastie. Let's get it on. We still have the Soul of Azazel in case we get in trouble. We're going to get 1 extra soul heart here from the Satanic Bible. We cannot try to force to use the Brimstone Curse, though. It just doesn't help us here. If we can get a hit, great, but I'm not gonna compromise our safety for that. There we go. I got 1 on there. There's Athame going ham here. Thank you, Athame. That was all Athame. Little Gish is not helping us here. Making the patterns overlap, and that's bad. All right, Famine goes down. Got the Brimstone Curse on. That's a huge ball of Athame there. Oh man, Athame just destroyed Ultra Pestilence. And now we have one that doesn't do any damage, that doesn't have any ads. See, Little Gish, you're not helping here. It's actually making things harder. Okay, phase 2 for Ultra War. Get max distance here. No reason for us to be too close. Had to get that last one off there. We want to get rid of death as fast as possible. We don't want to be fighting death. All right, it just comes down to us versus Beastie now. Start dropping bombs on her. Let's see that we got to get so close to her with the Brimstone Curse. It just doesn't even. It's not even worth it. Athame actually triggering off of one of the stalactites. We're right back to work using bombs now. That was it for bombs. We did get the poison on her, though. I don't know what happened there. Even Beast is susceptible to clown physics. There we go, phase 2. I've never lost in phase 2. rarely ever get hit in phase 2. I think we got her down. Down goes Beastie.
The sky above cracked.
Woo, tainted Azazel.
Beam of light reached down into the
The
earth,
Beastie has been completed.
asunder, and setting the blood
You love to see it. You love to see it. That one was a
to the lake of fire.
that one wasn't too bad, but it could have been bad. So I'd rate that a 3. If we were a different character, it would be way worse than that. So, and here's our new seed input as well. Of course, I didn't do that because I don't remember the seed already. But yeah, there we go. Challenge complete. Thank you for watching, everybody. I love these randomizer runs, and thank you everybody who's been using the randomizer for your own runs. It's been really awesome to see, and I'm so happy that people. And I'm so happy that people are enjoying it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Everybody, have a great start to your brand new week in the Mosh Pit. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like OWTF LOL and Missy. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.